Hi everybody, Professor Matt, Unity Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Centennial, Colorado. Today I'm coming to you in my street clothes from coffee time, and I want to talk a little bit about the mindset that I recommend using for both sparring and competition in Jiu-Jitsu. And this isn't anything that is unique to me. This is what all the great martial artists through the ages have always talked about. So this, if you're an old veteran, this shouldn't be anything super new, but I noticed that this is something that beginners and even intermediate to more advanced guys struggle with. I think everybody eventually sort of comes to this mindset, even if they don't realize that they do. And of course, what I'm talking about is the Zen mindset. In Japanese, they call it mushin. But the idea is that you have a clear mind, and from that clear mind, you're able to react more appropriately to whatever situation is coming at you. And this is so effective and so important, and it's not really hard to do. It seems like this lofty goal of a master, but really it's pretty simple. Anybody can do it if they just understand what's going on and set their intention. To understand this, I want to share a few quotes with you, because like I said, this isn't my information. This is stuff that I came across all through my martial arts journey, and the sparring, the rolling in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as I experienced the failures, it allowed me to understand what these people were saying. But one of the first ones I ever came across was Bruce Lee, and he said, "All technique learned is meant to be forgotten, so that you can deal with it spontaneously." He said, "To have no technique is to have all technique." And those old school guys that have watched the Hicks and Gracie documentary Choke, he talks about that all the time in Choke. He says that you have to allow yourself to be in a 0 point or a neutral point and be relaxed and connected with the variations. Great jiu-jitsu champion Saulo Ribeiro, the author of Jiu-Jitsu University, he has his quote where he always says, if you think you are late, and if you're late, you use muscle, and if you use muscle, you get tired, and if you get tired, you die. So these are all describing the same phenomenon of what happens when you use the no mind or the Zen mind in sparring, or when you try to have a plan. So I'd like to try to explain that just real quick, and then I'll be done with you guys for today. So what happens is, when you're sparring, the fight, the sparring match is going on, right? It doesn't end, it's going, right? And your mind is a fluid consciousness. But when you try to have a plan, when you have a move in mind, I'm going to get him in the back and take his, and choke him, or I'm going to get this arm bar, I'm going to use a butterfly sweep, or, I'm going to get the heel hook. The fluidity of the mind crystallizes. It freezes onto that technique. And so the fight, the roll that you're in is rolling. It's going on. But the mind now is stopped. Your mind is stopped. It's crystallized on the plan that you have. And so now the fight is going on without you. And now your mind is stopped, and it's trying to implement that idea, that attachment, as they call in Zen. And that's why you struggle, you feel tired. And the old Zen quote is, "When you seek it, you cannot find it," right? And so when you really want an armbar, the last thing you're ever going to get is an armbar. So the idea is, if the fight's going on without you and your mind is crystallized, all kinds of things are going to go wrong. Your timing's going to be off. You're going to be struggling. You're going to be trying to force your willpower. You're not going to be seeing the other advantages that are coming your way. So the next time you spar, right when you put your hands on the person, right when you grab their gi, let that be your antenna. And clear your mind and just relax and set your intention that you will trust your instincts to perform the best movement that spontaneously comes to you most appropriately for the situation at hand. And I think you guys will surprise yourselves. You'll find yourself pulling off moves and doing things that you never even thought were in your game. And like Bruce Lee said, you'll access a much broader scope of your overall technical ability than if you try to just focus on this one little idea or game plan that you think is, the best thing to do that day. So give that a shot, guys. Trust me, this is the most appropriate way to access the full range of your martial arts expertise.